Hey ladies and gents, we are back with some World of Warships, and we are playing the Shimikaze. I'm playing with Kaz. He talked me into playing some tier 10s. I'm like, alright, whatever. We can do this, and this is my only tier 10. We're going to play the Shimmy. Now, with the addition of radar cruisers, the carriers, and all that other stuff, kind of not always the best to play this ship. However, since we did get a really decent matchup here, this is kind of the stuff that you kind of dream of as a destroyer captain. We got 5 battleships, 3 cruisers, and 3 destroyers. So yeah, no cruiser. I don't believe there was any. I think there was 1 radar cruiser and no carrier. So we're off to the races here. We're heading to sea cap. And this is one of the moments where when the torpedoes and the stars align, and you get some really bullshit, like, wow, wild torpedoes everywhere, hitting stuff. Yeah, it was one of those kind of games here. So we're all pushing to sea cap here. We're going to leave the B. Hopefully pick up an objective. It's been so long since I picked up an objective without getting harassed by, carrier planes or radar cruisers that are humping a rock and essentially camping on top of the objectives. So we're going to roll up in here. Now, if you've watched videos of me before, if I'm playing destroyers, typically as soon as I get loaded with any kind of torpedo, I'll start spamming in general directions where I think possibly there might be a target. Surprising the number of times that actually works out. But yeah, I typically just keep spamming. You can already see this guy's already starting to spam them to the far side. And I'll pick a couple targets here. So they're going for B. They got somebody in C. So we're going to get a little bit closer here and see what we can see. 5.6 on the detection range. This is, of course, my best captain I have, which is the full 19 points. See if being taken, so there's a possibility that we could have something in the corner down here. Or down that way. Okay, we got torpedoes coming from that direction. Let's roll on over there, because obviously with the cruiser here, so we picked up the North Carolina Torpedo. We're just going to lay some torpedoes out in that general direction between the two coming this way. Alright. So we got 2 battleships, the Cleaver, whatever has been picked up here. Hoping possibly that he'll run into that set of torpedoes, but you never know, right? So Edinburgh is here, Noland as well. We've pulled into sea cap. So we can pick this up here shortly. I think Kaz is coming behind me when you're in his cruiser. Alright, let's lay low here a little bit. Oh, he didn't come through that gap. I was so hoping for that, right? Finish off the Chepiev, and those guys are probably just a little outside of where my torpedoes are headed, but you never know. Sometimes you get super lucky like that. So we got the cap almost taken. 16 seconds left. We're going to try to push up here a little bit and see if I can pick up any baddies. Even if I can't pick up any baddies, at least give the people sitting in smoke the possibility that there is incoming torpedoes. Roll up in here. We got the Kurfürst right off the bat. And North Carolina, we've almost picked up the objective. 3 seconds left. Like I said, this is just a complete destroyer. Best map, best, ship setup and everything. There's not a whole lot here I have to worry about. Kurfürst is us inbound here. We got our torpedoes up in about 10 seconds. So there's the Kleber, whatever it's called. He's coming inbound. But like I said, we're going to try to keep everything lit as much as possible. So Kurfürst is coming in here. So he's just about 4 kilometers within my range, and he's kind of angled in my direction. So we're going to launch 2 that way. We're going to save our 1 set of torps for possible targets here. So Yoshino, and he's headed that direction. I don't usually try to torp too many Bismarck. He's a nice big fat target. Lo and behold. Oh no, please, I'm out of here. Don't run into those torpedoes. Pick up the first devastating strike. Unfortunately, I beached myself a little too quickly here. I was watching the show from the other side. Kurfürst, unfortunately, that destroyer picked up those torpedoes. So we're going to back out of this. I think those were meant for me. The Kurfürst must have saw those torpedoes, right? You would think that he had to see the torpedoes right before he got into the smoke. Obviously with the destroyer dying. So they completely miss. No luck there, right? I guess it's a good thing we got rid of the destroyer, but I think I would have preferred about another, 70,000 damage. But we did pick up a little bit more damage there from the other Bismarck. He had probably didn't realize that he was just flying along, completely not paying attention. Takes 4 torpedoes. Puts him down to 15,000 for his health here. So there's the Kurfürst. We got 9 more seconds on a reload here. 5 more seconds. He's inbound. I mean, I get it, the whole Kurfürst and the whole I'm a battleship type stuff, but when you have 3 battleships focusing you, and you know for a fact there's a good chance there's at least one shimmy that's running around out here being an absolute nuisance. Like I said, this whole video is just absolute bullshit. Torpedo. There's no possible way for most of these. I'm like, how did those even hit? All right, Kurfürst is running somewhat. Yeah, he's about where he's supposed to be. And you'll see me a lot of times switching in and out of the torpedo view just to give me an idea. Ooh, shit. There's 3, 4. 1 more. We'll take 4 torpedoes. And another devastating strike. So I kind of wasted that set here, but I didn't know how crafty he was. We are up 560, 219. We told 2 objectives, so we have 1 battleship in center here. However, we do have a fair amount of tasty targets here. At some point, I should have just said screw it, went after those 2 Zamagis. They're going to be a little bit more interesting as we go along here. So those torpedoes, I just completely forgot. I fired them, and they're on their way to the other side of the map. There's no way they're actually going to ever hit anything, right? And there's a Howland on the other side. So yeah, this should be interesting. I hope I don't run into anything like him. So we're off through the races here. We got the Magi coming in, still holding C strong. And bloop. Just unbelievable bullshit. Torpedoes here. I don't even know what to say. They were the sheer amount of, oh my god, how did this happen, right? So there's the gearing. Don't want to get into that fight. Alright, so we're gonna pop smoke, slow down a little bit here, start backing up here. He misses on that account. Alright, he's right there firing at me. Let's back up here. I'm not terribly sure what the hell I had AP looking for. Let's back up. Yeah. So we are looking at the Amagi coming through here. I should have let him a little bit more, but I didn't know what he was going to do, if he was going to go straight or turn the corner here. We're going to aim up a little higher and see if he does turn the corner the other direction. He does, that's exactly where he's going. So, out of the smoke screen, because of course the gearing is going to torp the shit out of that. Full lands, we get to North Carolina, we're going to try to keep everything lit. Torpedoes are just a little too slow for the Amagi. He turned the corner and started accelerating, so he missed the full, pretty much broadside to that crap. However, we're going to get maybe 1 possibly on his rear end with that second spread that I laid out a little further. Here we go. Pick up 1 more on the Amagi, and we are sitting 726, 270. Now, the whole game at this point had been going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I was like, we're holding 2 captives, or 2 objectives, and we are up on ships, but we just cannot put it away. Just cannot put it away. Like I said, this was one of those, like, Alright, 50 seconds on the Torpedoes. We're going to run up here. The Amagi finishes them off. 346, 363. What's going on here? And there's the Yoshino. I'm just trying to keep out ahead of these guys and give these guys a little bit better view of what's going on or what they possibly could run into, whether it's Torpedoes or, you know, the Yoshino that's currently running like a madman. We still have the gearing out here somewhere. Vladivostok. Those guys have pushed around to the top, and we have one more objective being capped by the destroyer. So we're up to 1 right now, and we are up a few ships here as well. Magi's running. He's at 53.67, and my torpedoes are up. All right. And then obviously this is what you're supposed to be doing with a destroyer, screening your battleships in front of you here. Vladivostok is coming in here. There's a Torpedoes coming in from the other destroyer. He's at 6.9 kilometers. And I don't want to get too close, obviously, even with my 5.6. Strange shit have happened to me before, right? Vladivostok finishes off the Amagi. We got one Yoshino, one Amagi, and the gearing left over yonder somewhere. There's a helmet. Oh, there, look at this. We got some smoke screen. Yeah, I'm coming that way, buddy. Slowly but surely. Ooh, Yoshino finishes off the North Carolina. And look here, we got the gearing. So we're going to torp. He's turning there. So we're going to torp. Obviously hitting a destroyer at this range, running wildly in 10 different directions. He's turned away from me, actually. So we're going to throw some way out in front. We're just going to leave that little bit of a floating minefield as that runs that direction there. Amagi's at 9.2 kilometers. Yoshino, and we got one other destroyer somewhere here, relatively close. The Howland finished off the Vladivostok, so I know he's in the general vicinity right now. We're at 782, 389. Still hasn't completely put it away, and I'm just starting to smoke because there's the Amagi with 2,000 hit points. So we're going to drop some shells on the Amagi. Ooh! We finish off the gearing with the wild bullshit. I told you guys. Set the Amagi on fire, and about this time Kaz goes, "Hey, you're 1 kill away from the Kraken." And I totally just like, oops, there's the Howland. I gotta see if I can do something about that. I just completely spaced out the fact that the battleship was running away from me, and I didn't finish it. So we're gonna back up on the Howland. Obviously in smoke, this isn't the best idea. So I kind of gave up the Kraken. I probably could have had a chance there to take it if I would have been paying attention. And we got 875, 374. The Yoshino finishes off the other destroyer. He's at 6.9 kilometers. I'm trying to get out of here. Obviously, everything's got torpedoes. So put a couple more hits in on him. And we are almost there. 911, 374. 3 ships left. 3 on 4. However, we have both caps. And we're just going to scuff a little bit. Yoshino's running away. Yeah. One of those kind of, like I said, just like, ooh, there's the torpedoes through the smoke. Yeah, fella, I'm not there. Unfortunately, the Olin takes one to the rear. Well, it's one of those things. 962, 374. Unless we magically lose somebody here shortly, Yamato finishes them off. So, thanks for watching, guys, and have a good night.